Hi guys, back again, Football 11 24/7 for another episode. Um, going to run basically just through the whole week's fixtures coming up, starting from today, which is the 5th of December, 2022, all the way through to next Monday, basically. So we'll just have a shuffle through. In the last episode, I did my predictions on today's games. Japan against Croatia. I said Croatia would beat Japan in extra time 3-2. I'd done Brazil to win 2-1 against Korea today. No, sorry. That's, yeah, today, sorry, yeah. And then Tuesday, I've done Spain to beat Morocco 2-1 and Portugal and Switzerland to be a 2-2 draw in extra time. And then Switzerland winning on penalties, which was a bit of a bold prediction for me. I think Switzerland have got quite a decent team. They don't really people don't really mention them too much. Um, Portugal will be the favourites, I'd say, because of the players they've got. But I just think Switzerland might be able to cause a bit of an upset there. So we'll see what happens anyway. I might be wrong. It's not like I get it right all the time, but then most fans don't with a lot of things. But yeah, going into other games outside of the World Cup, on a Wednesday night, Stockport are in a replay. Stockport County are in a replay against Charlton. I believe that's on ITV. So yeah, it'd be interesting to watch that one. Stockport's on a bit of a good roll. They won 5-0 at the weekend, whereas Charlton lost 1-0 at the weekend in their game. So I think there could be, I say a shot. There's only one league between them, like one's obviously Stockport are playing in League Two, and Charlton are playing in League One. But I fancy Stockport to win that one 2-1, so I'll go Stockport 2-1 in that one. Thursday night, there's a massive battle. A team not far from me, Dagenham and Redbridge, not far from where I was born. Gillingham, they're playing Gillingham away. They drew 1-1 in the previous game at Dagenham, but they're going to Gillingham. That's going to be on BBC iPlayer, so if anyone wants to follow that. I think it's actually on BBC Three, to be honest. So yeah, it's on BBC Three. So yeah, get on that. But I'm going to go for Daggers to pull off an upset. Gillingham are looking a bit ropey. They can't score many goals at the moment, although Dagenham looked a bit ropey at the weekend, losing 1-0. But I suspect they're saving their energy because whoever wins out of those two on Thursday night, they get to play Premier League Leicester City at home. Well, I'm going to go for Dagenham to win that one 2-1. Bit biased because it's a local team. But we'll go for that and for the Daggers to get a massive, massive cup draw, which is going to end up getting a full house against Leicester City. Hopefully Leicester will play a good squad, put Vardy in there, Maddison. When that obviously that clash happens after the World Cup. So yeah, so that's prediction. That's Thursday night's games. Friday night, looking at quarterfinals, possibly. So it's going to be Holland against Argentina, and it's going to be the winner of Japan and Croatia versus the winner of Brazil and Korea. So I mean, Holland and Argentina, that's going to be a tough game. But do you know what? I fancy Holland to come out on top. I'm going to go for Holland to win that 1-2-1, which might shock a few people. So go for Holland 2-1. If my predictions go right, it should be Croatia playing Brazil on Friday night. If it's not, I stand corrected, and that's fair enough. So if it is Croatia and Brazil, I'm going to say that Brazil will win that one, and I'm going to go for it to be a 2-1 win as well. So it's going to be very narrow, but I think that the Brazilians will have to go into extra time for the 2-1. So that's what I'm going to go for. Also on that Friday night, for those that don't want to see the top teams playing, or no offence to Crawley Town and Hartlepool fans, they're both playing each other Friday night in League Two. Crawley on a bit of a roll. They've got Matthew Everington as their new boss, the former West Ham player and Spurs player, I believe. He is managing them. They had a good 2-0 win against Swindon at the weekend, and I fancy Crawley to win again. This time I'm going to go for 3-1 to Crawley because Hartlepool are on a bit of a really bad run. They're bottom of League Two. So that's where I think that's going to end up. Yeah, going on to Saturday's games, you've got a full round of Championship fixtures have come back. We've got a full round of League One and League Two. So we'll just run through them quickly, give my predictions on it. Blackburn's playing Preston on a 12 o'clock kickoff. Both Lancashire teams, both not doing too bad this season. Blackburn are up there in the playoff areas again, like they were last season. I'm going to go Blackburn to win that one, and I'm going to say Blackburn to win 3-2. Then we got Blackpool against Birmingham City. Birmingham City on a good run. Blackpool have picked up a little bit. Championship, it's always hard to predict because mental scorelines happen. But I'm going to say Birmingham to win that one 2-1. Middlesbrough against Luton Town. Going to go for Middlesbrough to win that 2-0. Millwall against Wigan. You're going to say Millwall to win that one 2-1. Reading against Coventry City. Going to say Reading to win. Reading to lose that one. I'm going to go Reading to lose 2-0 to Coventry, even though they've been on a good run. Rotherham against Bristol City, which is an early kick-off at 12:30 on Saturday. Say Rotherham to draw 2-2 in that one. Sheffield United against Huddersfield, a Yorkshire derby. I think Sheffield United will come up on top of that. Huddersfield are doing a bit ropier this season. They're right down near the bottom area. I say Sheffield United 3-1. Stoke against Cardiff City. Going to go Stoke to win that one 2-0. And then Swansea City against Norwich. Going to go for that game to be 1-1. Going into League One, Accrington's playing Portsmouth on Saturday. Accrington Stanley against Portsmouth. I'm going to go for Accrington to lose that one 2-1. Bristol Rovers against Port Vale. Port Vale had a great win against Plymouth last time out. I think that will be a 2-2 draw. I think that'll be a tight game. Burton Albion against Derby. Going to go for... That's a local one, actually. Derby and Burton. That's a really local derby, really close to each other. Both Nigel Clough's, Brian Clough's sons, former clubs. I think that will be a tight game because it's a local derby. I'm going to go for Burton Albion to win that one 2-1 because they need to get away from relegation zone. Cambridge against Plymouth. Plymouth had a bit of a rocky one against Port Vale, like I say, at the weekend, losing 2-0. Cambridge are stuttering a little bit. I fancy Plymouth to get back on track in this one. I'll go Plymouth 3-1. Exeter's playing Sheffield Wednesday. They're having not a bad season, Exeter, to be fair. They're doing quite well, thanks to goals from Stansfield, who was playing at Fulham and then he got released, I think. His dad was a bit of a legend at Exeter before him. I'm going to go for Sheffield Wednesday, though, to win that one 2-0. Forest Green's playing Cheltenham. Forest Green's on a bit of a revival at the moment. Nailsey's not far from Cheltenham. It's in the southwest region. I've been to both places on my travels, both grounds as well. I think that's going to be a close one, but I think Forest Green will come out on top narrowly. I'm going to go 3-2 Forest Green. Then you've got Ipswich against Peterborough. That's quite a big game. That's a 12:30 kick-off on the Saturday. Peterborough fought a bit. I'm going to go Ipswich to win 2-0 in that game. Lincoln City's at home to Wickham. Wickham had a great win against Portsmouth 2-0. I didn't mention that actually in my last episode. They beat Portsmouth 2-0, which moved them up to, I think, 10th or 11th in the table. So I think that could be a tough game for Lincoln, but Lincoln are undefeated at home at the moment. I'll say Lincoln to win that one 2-0. MK Dons are playing Fleetwood Town. Both teams are struggling at the bottom of League 2. League 1 even. I'm going to say 1-1 in that game. Morecambe against Charlton Athletic. Morecambe are bottom of League 1. Charlton faltered a bit of the weekend against Cheltenham, a bit of a bogey team for them. I'm going to go for Charlton, though, to get back on track, just narrowly 2-1. Oxford against Barnsley. Barnsley picked up at the weekend, beating Peterborough 2-1 away quite impressively. I think I'll go for... It's a tough one, that game. It's so tough to predict these, to be fair. I'll go Barnsley to win... to draw. I'm going to go 3-3 draw. I'm going to go a mad 3-3 draw there. Shrewsbury against Bolton. Another early quick-off, 12:30. Shrewsbury on a bit of fire at the moment. I'm going to go Shrewsbury 2-1 in that one. And then going into League 2, finally, for the predictions. We've got Carlisle against Barrow. Barrow got absolutely smashed at the weekend, 5-0, by Stevenage, who are in second in the League 2. I'm going to go for Carlisle to draw 1-1, though, with Barrow in that one. Crewe Alexander's then playing at home to Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient are top of League 2. I'm going to go for Leyton Orient to win that 1-3-1. Grimsby against Tranmere, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in that one. Harrogate Town versus Northampton, going to go for a 2-2 draw. Newport County against Doncaster Rovers, going to say 2-1 to Newport. Rochdale against Stockport, going to do Stockport to win that one 2-0. Salford City against Walsall, going to go for 3-0 to Salford City. Stevenage against Mansfield Town, going to say Stevenage to win that one 2-1. Sutton United against Colchester, going to say 2-0 Sutton United. And Swindon against Wimbledon, going to go for a 1-1 draw in that one. So, been a bit conservative on my predictions because when you do mad amount of goals, they don't normally come in. There's also games on Sunday, 2 games in the Championship, 1 game's on Sky Sports. It's QPR against Burnley. I think that'll be a tough one for QPR. QPR, there's rumours that their manager, I was going to say Ian Beale, but that's the guy out of EastEnders, Michael Beale, who was the assistant of Steven Gerrard at Glasgow Rangers, and also at Aston Villa for a little bit. He's done wonders with QPR, to be fair. He's got them up near the playoffs. They're just outside, I think, in 7th or 8th. They're playing Burnley. Burnley are top of the Championship, and I fancy Burnley will come out on top. But I'm just going to go narrowly and say that they'll win that one 2-1. And then Watford's playing Hull City on Sunday. Watford have got a good home record. I fancy them to win that one. I've got 3-0 in that one. And then Gillingham's playing Bradford, obviously, because they'll be playing that FA Cup replay game on the Thursday at home to Dagenham. So they're therefore playing Bradford City in League 2 at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And I'm going to go for Bradford to win that one. I'm going to say 2-0 to Bradford. So that's the predictions for all those games. Monday, there's a game between Sunderland and West Brom in the Championship. I believe that'll be on Sky Sports by the looks of it. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. Sunderland are in really good form. West Brom are faltering a bit. They have picked it up a bit recently. But I think Sunderland will have too much for him, and I'll go 2-1 in that game to Sunderland. So that's my predictions for the week ahead. I've done my review already of the currently what's happening in the World Cup so far. Belgium and Germany getting knocked out in the group stage was pretty crazy, and Japan finishing top of a group that had Germany and Spain in it, which was shocking, and Saudi Arabia beating Argentina in the group stage, which was absolutely mental. But England are doing well. England are in the quarters, as we know, against France coming up on Saturday. I'm going to say my predictions, actually. I didn't do my predictions, I think, for the Saturday games. So if it goes according to plan, we know that England are playing France already, but if my predictions are right for the games tomorrow, then Spain will be playing against Switzerland. In my view, I think Switzerland will pull off a shock in the quarterfinals and get to the semis. I think they'll win again on penalties after another 2-2 draw. That's what I think Switzerland will do, get to the semis. Bit of a surprise package, me saying that. And England against France. My heart wants England to win. I think England can win, but I think it's going to be an extra time. I'm going to go for England to win in extra time 2-1. So that's my prediction. Everyone's going to shoot me down for it probably in the comments or when I'm out and about in town or wherever I am or on Facebook or something. But I'm going to go for us to beat France 2-1 in extra time. I'm going to be positive. But yeah, that's my predictions for the week ahead. As I always say, whoever your team is, hope they get the result they can. But as we all know, not all of us can get the result we want because, it just can't happen, unfortunately. And that's my predictions for the week. Have a great week. Bye for now.